Alright, how is everybody doing today? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are going to be talking about 3 to 4 stocks that are very cheap in terms of valuation and are going to be benefited a lot through the summer as stuff reopens, that are kind of low-key in terms of they're not like obvious stocks like airlines and stuff like that are obviously already benefited and seen the stock price go up so much. But these are kind of like more low-key. They're not like, okay, these are obviously reopening plays, but they're pretty interesting in terms of how much they're going to be growing and getting even more business than even before COVID, just because of this reopening. And they're basically stocks to buy before the summer. So today the S&P is up like basically 1%. I think the Nasdaq was up like 2%, so it's pretty good. But yeah, these stocks are actually, some of them are down quite a bit today, even with the S&P up 1%. So that's even more interesting. So right before we jump into it, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. So if we can hit that goal of 1,000 subscribers, that'd be really appreciated. It's absolutely free to subscribe. And also, if you guys haven't already, make sure to sign up for Webull down in the description. If you live in the US, you haven't done this already, you'll get 2 free stocks just for signing up. All you have to do is click the link in the description and deposit at least $100, right? And you'll get 2 free stocks, and you can buy all of these stocks I mentioned today on Webull, and it's one of the platforms I use, so it's pretty damn good. So make sure you guys do that. Now the first stock it's UFC stock, EDR. So basically they're the owners of UFC. Now a lot of people don't realize, but once stuff reopens, this stock is going to be benefited a lot. UFC obviously has grown even with the pandemic, but in terms of the money they're getting from hosting events, maybe even media out there being at those events, all of that, they have been completely destroyed. Recently, obviously they did like some events in like Dubai and stuff like that in those countries, but in terms of the US, now they're starting to do events where a lot of people are coming, packed stadiums. They did a few in Vegas and Florida, but even now, like the ones in like Vegas, it's basically empty, man. Like it's 20% of the people are actually attending, like in terms of capacity, are actually attending. But the earnings just came out for this stock, and they're very positive in terms of how much they're actually going to be benefiting in the future. The CEO was very, very optimistic about the future of the UFC and stuff like that. And they actually saw ratings on TV improve for the UFC, while basically every single sport has been declining. So that's another very interesting thing. Obviously, the stock, since it IPO'd a month ago, it's been trading pretty flat. I feel like at a $12 billion valuation, I believe the $7 billion right here is wrong. It's actually trading about a $12 billion. So I believe it's a pretty interesting play. The only downside about the stock is that they have insane debt. They have incredible debt on this on their balance sheet, but they seem pretty eager to cut that down in the future. So it's one reason I cannot put a ton of money into this stock, but it's definitely one I'm very close to buying. If it goes anywhere below $26, $25, anything below that, I feel like the valuation will be there, where the risk reward is pretty attractive on this one. They're doing $3 billion. They're expected to do $4 to $5 billion this year. For a $12 billion company that's growing, that's not too bad, especially if they can reduce that debt. I feel like it can buy this heavier over time. So this is definitely one that's going to be benefited a lot. It's a pretty cheap stock in terms of their valuation. I mean, you have NBA teams that are worth billions. You have other sports teams worth billions, but you're getting the whole UFC. You're getting a ton of other companies that make movies. You're getting basically the holdings company also owns like marketing stuff. So basically they host events. They're going to be hosting the Olympics for the coming future. They just got that contract. So I mean, it's pretty interesting. Definitely one to look at. The next one, believe it or not, Matt. Now this stock is insanely cheap, right? This stock is really cheap in terms of the valuation. It's a $32 stock. Under 32 now. It's Corsair Gaming, dude. It's down 666% here today. That is a crazy number, right? Under $32, but yeah, that's kind of funny. Look at this stock. They have no news. Look how it's trading. It's literally flat. Like if you look at the volume, you would think no one's buying the stock, no one's selling the stock. Wrong. Look at the volume. 4 million shares traded, when the average volume is 1 million. So you're having insane volume on this stock, but there is no there's buying pressure, there's more selling pressure, obviously. But look at this. There is 100% some kind of sketchy stuff going on with this stock. It's a $3 billion stock, but for sure, this stock, I think, is getting shorted very, very heavily, man. This stock is getting shorted very, very heavily. That's just what I have to see. I believe they're about 30% short. They're a little bit less short than AMC. Like, they're pretty close to being the exact same amount shorts in terms of people shorting the stock than AMC, man. So, dude, I mean, I don't know what these short sellers are thinking, but why would you short a stock that's this cheap in terms of valuation? This stock has a 16 forward PE. So if you don't know, the average company that's in the S&P, their forward PE is around 20, and sometimes at very high valuations, you're going up to 24, 25. 16 forward PE. Look at this. They're growing over 20% this year. I know for sure they're going to grow over 20%, but analysts have them growing 20% on average. Next year, they're supposed to grow 7%. I'm telling you right now, they're going to grow over 10% next year as well. I have no doubt about it. They're going to grow double digits next year as well. And when you have these kind of growth numbers, especially compounded on each other, let's say somehow they only grow 7-8% next year, and they grow 20+% this year. Dude, that would basically put this valuation at a 12, 13 forward PE, especially if you discount all the assets they have in terms of the valuation. This stock is stupidly cheap here today, man. This stock is stupidly cheap. The reason I think this stock is especially interesting for reopening in the summertime, obviously a lot more people are going to be playing like video games and just streaming. A lot of people think that the reopening is going to mess up Corsair, but a lot of people don't realize a lot of people have free time during the summer. What are you going to do? You're probably going to still game. You're going to be doing other stuff. And basically, you're going to be watching streams, watching more YouTube. Basically, every single summer, a lot more people watch YouTube live streams than prior. And basically, right now, for most people, it's going to be summertime. So this is a very interesting one here today, especially trading at such cheap numbers. If you look at, I think I have this open, or maybe I close it, but basically the live streaming numbers for Corsair, for Twitch, which basically Corsair, if you're a big streamer on Twitch, even a mid-sized streamer, even a lot of small streamers, you're gonna have a lot of Corsair products. They make microphones, green screens, streaming gear, stream deck. So basically, very high margin products, and it's growing very, very steadily. I bought more of this stock here today, and yeah, man, this stock is pretty crazy. Look, it went from 25 back to 21. A month ago, it was at 36 back to 31. So this stock is all over the place, but I'm telling you, if this stock somehow goes under 30, easy money. It's an easy money stock under $30 a share. Easy. Even at this price, it's easy money. But the risk reward under 30 would be like, I can't even imagine how cheap this stock would be. I might even have to do option calls. Like, I've never done that before. But if this stock goes under 30, I'm going to heavily consider putting some long-term options on Corsair Gaming. So definitely it's going to be an interesting one. Next stock here that we're going to talk about is ELY, Callaway Topgolf, or golf company. But they do own Topgolf. So obviously you guys know Topgolf is very popular in the US at least. They have Vegas locations. I believe they have Arizona locations. I think they have one in California. They have a lot of locations, right? And it's very, very popular. Topgolf is incredibly popular. Basically, it's kind of like a premium golf place where you can just go. A lot of celebrities go there. A lot of if you have a lot of money, or even like the average person goes there, right? But it's a very popular place, and the social media aspect of it has brought up this company a lot. And since they acquired Topgolf, I think they acquired them maybe March of this last year. But basically, I remember when it was right here. They acquired them last October. I remember the stock at $15 after it fell. I never bought it, but I was really contemplating buying it, but I just never pulled the trigger on it. But even today, in the last 5 days, it's down 3% today. We remember the Nasdaq's up 2%, the Dow's up 0.5%, S&P up almost 1%. So this stock being down 3% is very, very interesting, and I don't think there's any real news. So it's down like a few dollars from the all-time high. If this stock somehow goes under 30, I'm going to once again look very deep into this one. They're at a 30 PE. I don't know if they have a 4P. I don't know why that is. I guess their profitability isn't exactly on point, but their Q1, from what I see, has been very popular, or very successful Q1 in terms of profits. So I feel like if that continues, this might be like a one-time thing where they make so much profit, because I don't know how they brought in this much revenue. If you look at their gross profits, it's very, very nice. And if you look at their balance sheet, it's a pretty strong balance sheet as well. So at a $6.5 billion company, this stock can easily, I think, with Topgolf, with their golf business, as stuff reopens, especially, I feel like a lot more people are going to start traveling, visiting these stuff. I feel like this stock can easily hit maybe a $10-20 billion valuation long term, maybe even plus over than that. So yeah, this one's I'm definitely looking into. It's going to benefit a lot, and I would say it's pretty damn cheap. If they're doing $1 to $2 billion in revenue and they have these good margins, $6 billion is not too bad. So this is definitely another one to look into. I don't have this stock, like I said, but analysts have them growing 78% this year. 20% next year. I think 20% next year is very conservative, especially if they keep executing. And golf, if you guys don't know, has been really popular in the last year for some reason. And I feel like it's just going to accelerate on from here. And if you look at Topgolf's ranks, so I have Topgolf's website here. Look at this. Even though stuff is opening, you would think maybe people are not going out, but no. I'm telling you, this reopening is actually helping a lot of companies that not only were helped during the pandemic, but even after. Look, basically since May, it's been up and up and up. It kind of flatlined for a little bit throughout April, but it's been up and up all through May, and the site ranking is just growing. So more people are visiting the site Topgolf, and yeah, this very interesting thing there. This last stock, the stock price is not cheap. A lot of people might disagree with this decision that I'm gonna put on this list. But I feel like with this reopening, I'm going to explain you why I think this is. But basically, the stock is not cheap, but I think the valuation could be pretty cheap, especially since it's been beaten down, is Tesla stock. Now, I'm probably, just to let you guys know, I have a lot of Tesla stock, which is why I'm probably not interested in buying more. But I would definitely see, if I didn't have a big position in Tesla already, I would definitely be interested in this one. Now, it's up 4% today, but just yesterday, man, it was down big. It was like 570s. It was in the 570s. And even a month ago, it was again in the 560s, or this where it bottomed. And then, yeah, just a month ago, it was at what? Another 560, 558, 554. So this stock is pretty volatile, and I would definitely think it's going to, if the NASDAQ does drop 5-10%, even a few percent, this stock's going to go down a lot more. So this is definitely one to look into. But the reason why I think it's going to benefit a lot from reopening is everyone's going to go on road trips this summer. Everyone's going to start traveling, and that's going to bump up the gas prices a lot. I feel like this summer in California, you might see $5 to $6 gas. You might see $5 gas on average in terms of the LA area, California area. And I wouldn't be surprised if that happens, just because it takes a while for these gas plants and gasoline to start getting supplied again. It's going to take time. And the amount of people that are going to be traveling and the amount of demand there is going to be for gas. Because up until this point, everyone's been working or doing remote stuff. But since summer's around, now all of a sudden, a lot of people either are on a small vacation, or a lot of people are actually ready to go to the beach, maybe travel. And I feel like a lot of, especially if you have kids and stuff like that, you're going to be traveling. And that might make Tesla benefit a lot. A lot of people might see these crazy gas prices with all this traveling going on, and I feel like a lot of people might start either buying Teslas or highly considering it. What I'm noticing is the demand for Teslas are insane. Basically, if you want to buy like even a used Tesla, it's impossible. It's literally impossible. If you have one and you want to sell one, it's gone in 8 hours. It's sold. You're gonna sell it in 8 hours. I don't care what price you list the Model 3 for. Even if you list the Model 3 like above Kelley Blue Book prices, even above MSRP. If you list the used Tesla above Kelley Blue Book prices, it's still gonna fly off. Like someone's gonna come to your house and pick it up in like a day. Like it's insane how fast and how high in demand these cars are in California. So I can only imagine how high it's gonna be once stuff starts reopening and a lot more people start traveling and stuff like that, and see how expensive it is to actually travel and get around. And yeah, that's gonna be pretty crazy. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. That is pretty much it for all these stocks. Hopefully you guys found this video or these stocks of help. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to this channel. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers, so if you guys can help me reach that goal, that'd be really appreciated. You can buy EDR, you can buy any of these stocks I mentioned on this video and on Webull. It just the tickers like I showed you in this video. Make sure you guys sign up if you haven't already. So just deposit $100 if you live in the US. And yeah, there you go. Hopefully you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on my next video.